Elon Musk recently held a live session with Neuralink engineers and experts, providing updates on the first patient involved with their technology. During this session, details of the BlindSight project were also revealed, confirming that it is no longer just a work on paper. The project aims to bring significant advancements for blind patients, with 2025 anticipated to be a groundbreaking year. So, will this technology be safe? How exactly will it work, and who will be the first to test it? Without further ado, let's delve into the details.
According to one research in 2020, there were 43.3 million blind people globally. Given that this data is from 4 years ago, the number is likely even higher now. Blindness affects 1 in 200 people, but a groundbreaking technology is offering hope to millions. After a successful test with the telepathy implant, which enabled 29-year-old paraplegic Noland Arbaugh to control his computer via thoughts, Neuralink is now preparing for a second type of test. Elon Musk calls this new initiative BlindSight, aimed at helping blind individuals regain their light again. So, how does this technology work? Why will this cutting-edge technology change life as we know it? And how many people will benefit from this treatment in the future? Let's delve into the details. How does BlindSight work? Before answering that answer, let's first understand how our eyes work. The reason you can see this video right now is because light waves from your screen hit your retina, the thin layer of tissue at the back of your eyes that detects light signals. The retina converts these light signals into electrical signals, which are then sent along the optic nerve to the visual cortex at the back of our brains. If any component along this pathway malfunctions, it can affect our vision. Next, retinotopic map, or the concept of how our visual system is designed. This means our brains organize information based on the location of objects in our visual environment. Each neuron in the visual cortex, the part of the brain responsible for sight, fires based on a small part of the visual field, known as its visual receptive field. The map is inverted, meaning information from the upper part of our visual field is processed in the lower part of the visual cortex, and vice versa. This intricate organization helps us accurately perceive and navigate our surroundings.
For example, if you see something here on the right side of your visual field, then a neuron will fire here on the left side of your brain. And then if you see something on the left side of your visual world, then a neuron here on the right side of your brain will fire.
With this information, scientists can map out each point in our visual world to a specific location in our brains. This knowledge is powerful because, in theory, if you can stimulate specific neurons in the visual cortex in just the right pattern, you can recreate the experience of seeing for those who are blind. This is almost exactly what Neuralink is trying to do. But before they can do that, the first step involves patients undergoing neurosurgery to receive the technology. During the procedure, the neurosurgeon will drill a hole in the skull. Next, they'll remove the tough outer layer of tissue protecting the brain, called the dura. Then, thin, flexible threads of electrodes will be inserted into the brain. These electrodes act as wires, allowing the Neuralink scientists to send electrical signals back and forth between their computer chip, known as the N1 chip, and the brain. Once the N1 chip is fitted into the hole in the skull, the skin is closed up, completing the implantation process.
We can stimulate neural activity in the brain by injecting current through every channel. This is important because it allows us to bypass the eye and generate a visual image in the brain directly.
After the N1 chip is successfully implanted into your brain, the subsequent step is to integrate it with a computer vision system. This process begins by capturing a video feed from a digital camera, which is then wirelessly streamed to a smartphone. The smartphone processes this video information and converts it into a neural signal. This neural signal is then wirelessly transmitted to the N1 implant in your brain. Then the N1 chip can send those electrical signals through the electrodes directly into your brain in specific patterns so that you'll be able to see what's around you. With our natural brain interface, our retinas and optic nerves send visual data from the world around us to our visual cortex for processing. But with Neuralink technology, they're basically replacing the eye and optic nerve components with a camera and a computer instead. Here's a visual representation that the Neuralink team shared at a press conference of what they're aiming to achieve with their visual prosthesis device. On the right side, you can see a photo of a European-looking street corner, and on the left, there's a pixelated representation of that same image. While there are limitations to this computerized vision, such as the absence of color and the pixelated nature of the image created by stimulating specific areas of the visual cortex, it remains an impressive demonstration of Neuralink's technology.